Why would an RVer use an outboard generator when you've got a built-in Onan generator on the RV? Well, today I'm going to answer that question for you because a lot of you have seen the Energizer generator I'm using and you've wondered about it. So I'm gonna do it for you. Got to find your own. Well, if you've been with me a while, you know that the Onan generator on both my first RV and now my newer RV broke. They don't work. So everything I've read, all the research I've done says that Onan generators generally are a piece of junk. Sorry, Onan, no offense, but that's just the reality of what I've read and my experience. And when my generator broke on my first RV, which I named Matilda, I took it into a repair shop. And actually, after spending like 2 hours trying to troubleshoot it and figure out what was wrong with it and not being able to find out, not being able to fix it, they said the next step would be they'd have to pull it and troubleshoot it on the table, take it out of the RV, and they were quoting me like $500 to do that. So $500 just to pull it out and figure out what was wrong with it, not including parts and labor from there. That's a lot of money. And so when this generator came along, and my friend Bob from cheaprvliving.com, Energizer contacted him and said, hey, we'd like you to test out our generators. And he was like, I don't need a generator. And they was like, wait a minute, my friend Carolyn needs one.
And he emailed me and said, hey, do you want to test out a generator for me? So I got a generator in exchange for 6 videos with him testing out the generator and demonstrating it to his audience. Not a bad deal.
And so enter the Energizer generator into my life. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying it. I love it so much that even when I bought my new RV and the Onan generator worked at first, I was kind of like, okay, now what am I going to do with this? Well, the Onan generator broke. And rather than take it into a shop and try to figure out what's wrong with it, I was like, you know what? This thing works great for me, so I'm going to just stick with this. So what do I love about this off-board generator? For one thing, it's really easy to use. So I take it out when I need it, and I don't really need it very much. I have 360 watts of solar, so unless it's been really rainy and cloudy a lot like it was in Alaska, I'm really not using it much, but it's really compact. It's 50 pounds, so it's not too light to lift up and put away, but I can manage it just fine. It takes about a gallon of gas, and it'll probably run about 10 hours on a gallon of gas. It's really easy to maintain. I change the oil on it myself, so that's been really easy. And the one time I did have a problem with this, I was in Oregon and I was in a small town, and all I had to do was look for a small engine repair shop to take this in. And almost any town in the country is going to have a small engine repair shop. Any farm community, they work on generators, they work on lawnmowers, they work on chainsaws. Anybody that works on a small engine can work on this generator. As opposed to the generator on my RV, I would have to either find an Onan supplier, which isn't as easy as you would think, being such a big brand. There aren't a lot across the country. Or you just need to find an RV repair shop. And then you have to go into the repair shop, you have to sit in the repair shop. Often RV repair shops are really busy, so you're 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out, and then you have to plan if you're traveling. Oh my gosh. So it's a big headache to get anything fixed on your RV. This, on the other hand, I was able to find a small engine repair shop, drive it over, drop it off, and the next day I got it back. And there was water in the carburetor, which is pretty common. What the small engine shop told me is that the gas station that I had gotten gas from that I put in here was known for having water in their gas, and so that's probably what happened. 50 bucks. 50 bucks. They cleaned the carburetor, they cleaned everything out, and dried everything out so that it runs smoothly again. So that right there is a huge reason to go with an outboard generator. I could just pick it up and drop it off and get it back the next day and not have to sit in a repair shop. And for those of you who followed me a while, you know that I've done my time in RV repair shops. The other nice thing about it is that it's got an outlet in it right here. So I can plug it in just like I would plug my RV into shore power, and I can power my whole RV off of this. The only thing I can't power is the air conditioner. This isn't big enough to power an air conditioner, but from my understanding, you can get 2 of these and run them in parallel, and then you could probably run an air conditioner. But I can run my microwave on this, I can run my lights, I can run my laptop, and it does really well. The other thing I love about it is it's really quiet. The onboard generator, anybody who has an RV knows that when you turn the generator on, it's pretty loud, your whole rig vibrates, you're sitting right on top of it, so it, you know, you can hear it the whole time it's running, which can be a little annoying. But this thing, I plug it in and I put it out in the back of my rig, and I barely notice it's there. The one downside, really I think the only downside to having this outboard generator is the fact that I have to go outside to turn it on and off. And if you're a solo woman especially, that might be a consideration for you. I often think that, you know, if somebody wanted to lure me outside after dark, all they'd have to do is turn off my generator, right? I shouldn't be giving people ideas. No, but you know, that is the one consideration. But I've been out here 3 years and there is, you know, I've never had any problems. I've had situations that I thought were scary, and in the end they weren't. And that's why I do the videos, to show that our minds go crazy, but it's really pretty safe out here. But that is just a one consideration. If it's raining, and I do have a tarp, that I set up to cover it if it's raining, but you have to go outside to turn it off and turn it on in the rain, and that can be a little bit of a headache for some people. But other than that, that's why I have an outboard generator instead of using the Onan one. I don't know what's wrong with the one on this. I haven't bothered to go in and try to troubleshoot it because I've got this. This has been reliable. It works every time. It's easy to start. It's easy to run. It's really inexpensive to run and maintain. And yeah, so I'm a fan of the outboard generator. So a lot of you have asked me about that. I'll put a link below to this generator on Amazon so that you can check it out. And just a reminder also that every time you use my link to shop Amazon, it costs you nothing and I make a little bit of extra money, and that helps me to keep making videos. Just go ahead and check out the link below, both for the generator and if you're just shopping on Amazon. All right. Hope that answered your question about why I use an outboard generator instead of the onboard generator. If you want more information, fun, adventure, philosophical life stuff, click below to subscribe. And if you want to be a part of our tight-knit community on Patreon and get more insider access, be sure to click over here. And as always, I will see you next time. And in the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah.